welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from the Superdome. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a fifth-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Throwing is Rattler. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That non-verbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though, yes. He's got it. That's a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Saints, first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's four-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now here's a keeper on his own read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
In motion goes Cooks. Throwing now is Rattler. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Saints field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Eric Gray to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
They'll try again after the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Keep Werner on the stop. 2 yards on the play. And a Giants 1st down.
So 3rd and 2, sometimes it's not about being fancy. You don't need your back to be a hero. Make sure, no matter what, pick up the yards needed, convert that 1st down. Now, if there's an opportunity to pop it, great. But don't try to go for the home run and bring up 4th down.
In motion, it's Robinson. Now Wilson on 1st down. He keeps it himself. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
In motion, it's Robinson. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Giants.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson escaping to his left.
Russell Wilson on the scramble. 1st and goal, Giants.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done, and really nice job here by the defensive front.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Carl Granderson getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try.
A 26-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
That's good for a
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And this time, they are ready for him. thrown
tackle
for a
by
loss.
Micah McFadden.
And it's second down.
A loss of 2.
These are the
Brings up
impact plays
second
that
down
this linebacker is
at the
capable of,
50-yard
Mike.
line.
Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now Rattler gonna throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
A gain of 6 yards.
When you throw the
It's
ball
fourth
short of
down.
the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. To throw, it's Rattler. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
You gotta give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Heath Wardle.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Rattler now back to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 10.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's Rattler. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Saints will punt this one away. And here, Smith-Marset is deep for New York. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Wilton makes the read and keeps it himself. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 13
That's his
yards.
3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
We spend so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That's Carl Granderson in there to record the sack.
It's 2nd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Daniel Bellinger. Touchdown, New York.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and When you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it, and the Giants take a 10-3 lead.
Giants 10, Saints 3.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. A run here with Camara. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's probably a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
For the Saints. 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Look at the throw. Rattler. Open man. That's the veteran, Cooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down, they need 3. He'll drop to throw. Taysom Hill working free downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good.
That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass.
Brings up 3rd
and now 3rd and goal coming up.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, Wilson. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And now go down as an incompletion. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Complete to Daniel Bellinger. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Again, Wilson. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone, and they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter.
Their own 27-yard line.
Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
They go play action with Wilson. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
Giants.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down. As this defense a little too loose there, giving up 19 yards on 4th down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Moving left. Now he'll run it. And he will get into the end zone. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, New York. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick is good. Makes Makes the score Giants 17, Saints 6.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
For New York.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll manage only a couple. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play.
Paulson Adebo on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll go again here with Kamara. This will be a Saints first down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
On the play.
Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Throwing now is Rattler. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Back at the 48-yard line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Wilson to throw. He takes off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
New York.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. On the give, it's Tracy. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Back at the 36-yard line.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
The Giants sending out their punter. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Here's Camara. Into the secondary. Past the 15. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
We're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They're going to go right back to Camara. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. A throw on the move is caught. And he's down inside. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Got it into the hands of Olave. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Kamara. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Another big-time run right here, Mike, and it's pretty clear for everyone to see what the plan is for this drive. It's to turn around and continue to feed the back because right now, the defense has no answers to stop him.
Now Kamara. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
In motion is Hill. Rattler now back to throw. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. That is Tyler Nubin up from the secondary, working his way in to record the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Ray going to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Complete to Wandale
That one
Robinson.
good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And the Giants.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And the Saints.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
At the 48-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Shaheed with the catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. First and 10. Throwing is Rattler. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Now Rattler gonna throw. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Here's Rattler. Left side into the hands of Olave.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Escaping to his left. And he's going to have a Saints first down. They only needed one, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chain.
That's good for another Saints.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here, they leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up first and goal.
Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story. Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Significant moment here for the Saints as they will try the two-point conversion.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try to run with Kamara. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Emir Smith-Marset now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, New York.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Neighbors in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So, right after the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll come up now for second down. In motion goes Cooks. Throwing now from the gun. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third down.
Needing to convert here on third and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, New Orleans.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And they'll move this ball way down zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 22
Saints going to use
yards.
their second timeout. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
17-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. Here's Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts.
It's a loss
Clock
of a
stops,
yard.
46 seconds to go.
When you can get this level of
line.
run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now on 2nd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Big play. 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rattler. He'll try to run for it. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
5-yard gain on
The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one.
At the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Kamara. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will up the lead to 5.
22, Giants 17.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Emir Smith-Marset to take it out of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Here's 1st down. Here we go. One final play. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So this one, a win for the Saints. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.